season at Maryland. They were locked in on both ends of the court and got great contributions really up and down the roster. And that Kentucky team that you mentioned is now number 6 in the latest poll. I'm not sure there's a guard in the country playing any better than Emmanuel Quickley's playing for Kentucky. He's been outstanding.
Nice spin move along the baseline by Wendell Moore. Now Matthew hurt. He got hurt. Survived the hit. Scored. Basketball, you got to solve the football problems too.
It's easy to solve. They're all replay problems.
Oh, well, nice rebound by Hurt. He just snatched it away from Hellings, and he turned and scored.
Allison Williams' point came out again in the 2-3 zone. They're not going, at least initially, back to the man-to-man.
Bad turnover by Johnson. And the lay-in by Hurt.
At Florida State, Devin Vassell, as great as he is, he has a lot of help.
Johnson with a strip. Hurt gets it back on the other end. He'll lay it in.
And that's the Blue Devil.
Sean D. Brown.
Sean D. Brown went baseline. I had to shut up for a second because I thought he was going to give me a highlight.
Yes, I did too. I thought that was Dunk City. The lay-in nonetheless. Hurt downstairs. That's a lot of strength to get that one up there. He did step on him, but he did not make contact with him with a foul. They called a foul, but Childress just slipped. He wasn't tripped on that play. They did call a foul on it. 62-56.
And allowed Childress to score his first point this year against the Blue Devils.
How about that? 15 points a game. Straight on, and that'll rattle home. Jones with a pull-up pop. Well short. Hurt caught it, laid it up, and it drops, and a foul too.
The Blue Devils knocking down 4 or 5 threes early in this game.
Trey Jones picked up the foul right before the break. So 16-9 Blue Devils. Jones will swing that one into the corner. Duke enjoying life in the top 10 rankings for the 40th consecutive poll. Shot clock to 5. Hurt drive it in. He's got to get it in the air, and he banks in 2. After the game, 0. Nobody even asked him about it.
And the craziest part about it, if they had, he would have put it to rest right away.
On the drive, Hurt. Some contact. He hits the deck. He'll go to the line.
Road the way that they had to play at NC State. And let's not take anything away from NC State because Markel Johnson was spectacular in that game, as was Devin Daniels, as was Derek Funderburg. And Virginia Tech has won the second half thus far. It was a 26-point lead for Duke going into the locker room. Right now, a 20-point game. And one of the things, if you're Mike Young, you're coaching for is your next game. Recognizing you've got to find something to build on in this game. And the way they were hit early in this one, you're probably going to have to throw this tape away.
Tell me who saw this coming.
Not you and I. Kevin Keith said he was going to free his guys up as long as they competed. They're ready to play. Great defensive game plan. They take care of the basketball.
Biggest deficit of the season for Duke. Hurt fires, gets it from three-point land. All right, Carl, thanks very much as we welcome you to the 469th consecutive sellout here at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Hurt gets to the baseline, off the window, and a soft touch for the freshman Matthew Hurt. Alex O'Connell.
They make 9.5 per game. What did they make today? So about 1, maybe 1-3?
1-3 so far.
9.5 lead the conference. Duke has the best defense in the conference on the 3, and you're seeing it here this afternoon.
Right at the front of the rim. Game with the 3 fouls, knocking it down once again is Juwan Durham. He's got 15.
Yeah, that was just 18 minutes a game. Watching him today, I think he should be playing like 25 to 28 minutes.
Mooney's got 2 fouls. You would think he'd be getting a very brief rest. Buried. 10 minutes to go.
One of my toast before the game, I'd love to have a guy like Mooney. He says, Mooney comes to play. I said, you think he can make an NBA roster? Are you kidding me? He said, you were there. You kidding me? Of course. He plays hard all the time. I'm talking about stars.
Wow. For Linachuk, and he scores over Vernon Carey. First bucket for Linachuk. He's from Poland. Grad transfer from Ole Miss. He actually started his collegiate career at Drake. So this is stop number 3 collegiately for Linachuk. Hurt tees up a 3.
Devontae Bandu and Freddie Gillespie is one of the best offensive rebounders in the country, and they want to have one of the best individual defenders in Mark Feidel, who's on the watch list for the National Defensive Player of the Year. As are 2 guys in this game, Devin Vassell and Trey Jones.
Hurt steps back for 3.
Blue Devils have 1 field goal. Matthew Hurd, who had a big game against Boston College last time, can't get the 3. He'll have 1 from 2. And finally, Duke sees 1 goal.
Relationship with Kobe. So yeah, it's been bad. It's been bad.
And we keep all 9 of the victims of last.
To find a way to extend this lead. Still 8 minutes remaining in the game.
Just under 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Hurt for 3.
Go! And it's a small thing, but the reason...
To Carey, who goes straight up in defense there, but is unable to thwart the drive of Tony, who vaults the Panthers back in front, but only momentarily as Hurt flushes it at the other end.
And have shined, and it speaks to Duke's depth. They've been knocking down those 3-point shots, been there to do so by Pitt's defense, and they've delivered. Pitt is competing, though. They are neutralizing the backboard. They are attacking the rim. They're doing all the necessary things.
Only real foul trouble from the first half. Matthew Hurt picked up 3. He launches a 3 and hits. Cassius Stanley had a
first shot, and Trey Jones going the other way for the Blue Devils. It's the customary lineup of late for Duke as Matthew Hurt shoots in the corner and puts them up 3-0.
She said both teams.
That was the thing he really emphasized in the aftermath of the game, that he wasn't saying that was the reason why. He said Louisville could have beaten them other ways. Hurt steps back, and he's 2 for 2.
Wow. Brandon Ingram has been a star. He got 40-90 the other day.
Carey blew the layup. Hurt in there working. He hit a couple of 3s. At this level of basketball right now just takes, people, the guys they had last year that came in ready-made, that's rare,
Yeah, Barrett, Zion. Oh, wow.
Well, that's because of what DJ is doing. DJ of Serbian descent, but from Australia. That's his home. He's donating $5 for every 3-pointer he made this year, and several in the ESPN family have pledged to match that as well. And Hurt.
That was one great backcourt. They averaged between them about 37 a game. Yeah, Bing got about 29, and Jim got about 6. I'm only teasing you, Jimmy D, so I know you can play.
Well, your math is off a little bit. That would give Jim 8. But that's okay.
In fact, especially when Cole Anthony went out. My situation, I'm telling you now, they will be back. Back bigger than ever. Next year, they got one of the top 3 classes.
Michael, a Jim Calhoun disciple, instilling that toughness at Rutgers. I'm going to tell you, though, the best game I've seen this year, the most entertaining game, Friday night is
1 in conference play. Wara rejected by Carey. Well, Jordan Wara was taking the ball down floor and just got crashed into as he was trying to take it to the basket. And Matthew Hurt, the 6'9 freshman from... He is so gifted, and he can see plays developing. His vision, his understanding of the game is really good for a young player.
Had left shoulder surgery back in July. Missed the first 4 games of the season, but loads of upside in getting more minutes game by game. Matthew Hurt
has gone out on Cassius Stanley. That's a little more athletic matchup on him.
Carey over Williams in the follow for Hurt.
How about Matt? Longer and bigger than Trey Jones, who stayed in front of him. Johnson was just able to shoot it over him.
17 in the first half for Johnson, the freshman. Hurt at the other end, bangs down a 3. How high? Sutton. No. Long rebound to the Blue Devils. They got a chance to run.
I'm surprised that Sutton didn't drive that ball from the corner. Good pass.
Hurt. Lays it in. Good patience in the paint. Good mood considering the football team didn't win the national championship last night.
Too soon.
I really wasn't prepared to say don't get it twisted in our open, so we'll try to get back to reality here.
That's the first thing that you told me about you is half the time you have no idea what's going to come out of your mouth. So thanks for warning me early on.
That's how you keep an audience.
Yeah. Duke not quite as deep tonight because of injuries, but we expect them to
three-pointer on the money.
That's huge. White being aggressive on the dribble drive, collapsing that defense. Once they converge, it allows the look from Johnson on the baseline. Beautiful offense.
Jones coming in, averaging 14 points and 7 assists per game. That jumper, nothing but net by Goldwire on the attack. Hurt will lift. He can't hit. Carey Jr. back up short. Boy, Manley fighting underneath. Hurt for two.
Defense with that.
DeVoe makes both of his free throws. A 5-point lead here for the home team. 12 straight losses in the series to Duke for Georgia Tech.
That's really good ball movement by Duke.
Let's get some. Usher. One shot and done here for Georgia Tech. Wide open for Hurt.
Any problem with that? You say, well, you know, he should have passed the ball or waited a little while, but I don't know that they were going to get a better shot. He just missed it.
Georgia Tech hit 6 of their first 7 shots. We've got 4 for their last 21. Hurt. And another turnover. And we're going back the other way. Here's Trey Jones. Hurt open.
Boy, that's a killer.
Is one of just 4 Division I programs that has 3 different players averaging 15 or more. Matthew Hurts
running the floor. And big guys that run the floor, you can get rewarded. And you put a ton of pressure on a guy like Rodney Miller to make him run the floor with you.
now a little high-low carry into Hurt for an easy 2.
But of all the teams that we've seen this year, I think Duke's probably got the most upside because of the depth they have and the skill level, and then having that inside-outside combination.
How about that? Stanley finds Hurt. Or is it too early to really?
It's not too early. We've got plenty of data. The ACC is significantly down in power from last year. I don't think it takes a genius to figure that out.
Could be a deadly shooter.
Well, he's an excellent shooter. He hasn't missed a free throw yet. Another turnover that leads to a run out.
And an unselfish play. Goldwire finds Hurt. Evsky told us this at shoot-around is the older players, some of the complementary players, a Goldwire, a Delorier, a Jack White. So the complementary players are experienced and they are unselfish. They're not in it just to score a few points. They're in it to help the team win games. And that's a quality that not every coach has on his roster. Let's go to Holly for more.
Well, guys, you're talking about those older players and all the different players that Duke is trying to incorporate. One of the things that we know.
Careful now if you miss the transition jump shot against the Blue Devils, right?
Let them know, Wes, you better get back and be ready to defend because Duke is ready to run.
Here's Hurt. Catch and shoot 3.
Matthew, as we did about this Duke team. Boston College has some guys that play with that edge.
Chris Swain airballs the 3. 5 minutes gone this first half. Hurt reset on Mitchell and scores. Averaging 17 points in the 2 ACC games that Boston College has played is Heath. He's been double figures in all but 2 of Boston College's 13 games coming in, and there's a drive and back. 5 to shoot, quick pass, Carey. Can't finish. Hurt cleans it up, and another second chance. So we go inside of 2 minutes here in this first half. And Duke has doubled Boston College. Moore tried to get it to Carey at the block. Look at Baker. Here's the kick for Hurt and the 3. A dozen.
And a half-court setting.
One thing would help BC to be a better free throw shooting team here early in the ACC campaign. They're 68% from the line, and boy, Hurt is.
This guy's in position to succeed.
Hamilton. And slapped around, Jones with it.
Uh-oh, watch out, Wendell wants it.
Hurt the catch and score.
I've been most impressed by how rugged a player he is. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty and play in those muddy waters for rebounding and other things.
And how about one more going to the locker room? Hurt. Knocks down a three just to remind you. That's one that kind of got glossed over in the fall, that Winston Tabb was not going to come back. Remember, he was limited a year ago with the knee injury, elected to redshirt this entire campaign. And then the Nick Popovich situation is one that there's no time to...
In Brown basketball program. Sure. That'll be your forte today. With John Crispin, I'm Doug Sherman here at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Thanks so much for joining us as we get to the noon hour. Duke, with all it can handle, the integration, if you will, into the team occurred during the August trip to Spain, which really helped to spark his renaissance.
I love that teams get to do that. I really do. Not only is it a great experience, but it's great for building that team chemistry. It is, especially when you've got so many new fans. He's a tough guy to cover. And when you're constantly looking to attack and you have that much space, you're really hard to cover.
Carey tries to lob it into Hurt. Big size advantage. That's an easy two.
Dean Smith Center, yeah, they're going to pack that out. Rupp Arena, they're going to pack that out. But there are a lot of programs out there that have these massive arenas and they have curtains up.
Been set.
So that's what you've got Wofford thinking about, although Jay McCauley doesn't want to think about that yet. So I'll tell you what.
Yeah, you could see him as he stood up a little bit. He started to stagnate just a little bit, so there's nothing too serious.
Going to carry back in. He made a double piece. Passing out of it to get the even. Stanley spins. Off the back iron, no. It comes to the Blue Devils. Hurt throws it down.
On the floor, that when everything slows down, that can get you a bucket. James Wiseman was that guy.
And you miss watching a rare big who plays with his back to the basket.
Oh, yeah. Action, a little down screen, able to create some separation for him to get that shot off. Need a lot more. There's a lot of time left in this game, but can't be giving up easy opportunities like that inside.
Again,
is by far the best conference in the country.
Well, in this crazy season that I think is probably going to be crazy right through the Final Four.
A bigger, stronger team, that normally means they're going to be slower. And Wabisa Bede taking advantage of his matchup, blowing by a defender for an easy layup. Matthew Hurt buries offensive rebounds, getting tips. Per man, Duke probably has a 3 to 4 inch advantage on everyone on the court right now, but the Hokies just playing hard. Hurt for a three. It's good. Continuing to stay aggressive in this game on both ends of the floor.
Cassius Stanley follows his own miss. Keeps the play alive for Duke. He's back in the lineup after he missed a week with an injury.
And Duke not allow Cassius Winston to get the ball back, but Xavier Tillman able to get rid of it. And he is such a good cutter to the basket.
3 freshmen in the starting 5 for Duke, including Matthew Hurt, who calmly knocks down. And a pushing in transition, and Trey Jones picked his pocket. Hurt at the other end for the slam.
Kithier can't guard Carey. So even with 2 fouls, you can't worry about that. Tillman's got to use his experience, and he's got to be the guy that takes Vernon Carey because he's the only one in the Michigan State uniform that can deal with him.
Baker looking for help, finds Jones, 10 to shoot. Hurt for 3. Boy, and it's 6-10. Hurt. And lays it in. Easy bucket for...
Could really hoop, was a competitor of mine in high school. The whole family, his brother-in-law, Paul, set the record for free throws, 94 of 94 in his senior season. They are all basketball, that family, and he's got a tough team this evening.
Matthew Hurt on the drive for 2.
Not play flawless basketball the next night, the next game out versus Utah Valley State. That was a tight one. Utah Valley State almost came away with it. Sometimes you try to do it so hard that you can't get it right. So they Winthrop scoring at will at the goal.
Javin DeLaurier sets the screen for Trey Jones.
Duke would love to get the bench going tonight as well.
Missed the pass to O'Connell there.
Back out for Hurt. Got it. 7 early.
Got to get back defensively. Winthrop ain't going to wait.
Falden. He's had some big scoring performances in his career against high major teams. Stanley on the run out for Hurt. Hurt. Got another.
We do belong still at the top of the polls. Clearly that's not going to happen. They will bump back a little bit. But I think they're pushing too much, and it's detrimental currently.
They keep going right back to Hurt, who's up to... And now battling with Hurt. Spinning and scoring.
Down 10, almost halfway through our first half. And Ware had his pocket picked. Hurt the other way. One man to beat, and he beats him. The freshman from Rochester, Minnesota, his first bucket.
And again, the Lumberjacks are not a great three-point shooting team. They score attacking the basket. They score inside with Kensmill. Just hard to do against this Duke defense. They're swarming it in there.
Jones, Stanley, Carey, Goldwire, and Hurt. This is Matthew Hurt. Maybe ever since Kevon Harris said, "Can I come up?" Edmund to stop it. She's had to play an extra minute and a half. You can't commit a foul to get him out because Duke's in the 1-and-1. Hurt behind the defense.
That's a couple of runouts we've seen now for Stephen F. Austin.
Hurt extends and scores.
One by Solomon to get himself stopped so he didn't pick up the charge and then make the dump-off pass to Cacklery.
It's amazing how many times we've seen Stephen F. Austin on the break against Duke. Up and through.
I know you're ready to just break down the Cubs.
I am. Great powerhouse.
Laurier inside. And Hurt. And there's Goldwire now handling. Hurt. And he buries it from deep.
Look at all that help. Look at how many guys came to the ball.
Yeah. Closing in on the 6-minute mark. Duke leading it by 29. Goldwire to Hurt. Inside off the window and good.
Well, that's set up an opportunity. Georgia State unable to take advantage of it.
Air ball from Cassius Stanley, but in perfect position, Matthew Hurt cleans it up. Jones into attack mode. Can't get it, but Hurt the follow finish.
Got some offensive gifts.
DeAndre Jones couldn't get it to go for Central Arkansas.
Just because the shot is close to the basket doesn't mean it's a good shot.
He has not been gun shy so far. Matthew Hurt trains a three.
See, when you get into
it now, freshman guard.
That's just great defense by Jordan Goldwire.
More on the shot fake. Back out for Hurt. Yes.
Wow.
Rebound to Carey.
Boy, the Bears just really seem to be in a big rush. Not only dribbling the ball, but anytime anybody catches it, it's like they can't get rid of it fast enough.
Hurt with an easy two.
Oh, my.
Lewis McDaniel, the freshman, not shy either. And Carey rips down the board.
That was a long shot. And if that's the kind of shot you're going to get and take, it's going to be a long night.
Hurt with two more. 4 other players in his starting lineup who are all in the ESPN 100. Carey missed it, but Hurt followed it. And Hurt.
And here we're back to that lineup with the freshman and O'Connell.
Stanley altered the shot of Kailu. Extra pass for Hurt.
Beating Florida State, and then they turned around and lost to Nicholls State. Just have to be ready to go every night.
Not timeout. Matthew Hurt with the baseline. Thistlewood doesn't get the bounce. Good work by Stanley on the glass.
A rare open look. You got to knock that down if you're Thistlewood. And it was great for college basketball. And it's going to be great for him. It was the right decision to make.
Big weekend here in Durham. Home opener for basketball tonight. Tomorrow, it'll be Notre Dame at Duke. Right here on ACCN. Straight on three.
National champs, as dominant as they have been.
Hurt follows up the Buck.
We're going to see 4 of them here tonight. Dotson and Jones in this game, and then, of course, Ashton Hagans and Cassius Winston in the second game tonight. Can't get much better than that.
Well, Cassius Winston, I think the best point guard in the country all around. The best passer, can score.
Hurt, step back over McCormick, and he knocks it down. Garrett became a much bigger part of the offense, mostly doing that, getting downhill.
Well, he's a right-hand driver, and he oftentimes will drive off of Devon Dotson's penetration, but you got to take that right-hand drive away from him. Hurt for 3. Well, how good is that? I mean, just the ball inside. Try to put some fouls on this young Duke team and play from in the paint back out.
Matthew Hurt thinking about it and eventually just buries the 3. And long jumper, McCormick won't go down. Corner 3